White as I, and I want to talk about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Hey, it's been a while, but back here on Halloween, the actual day of Halloween, 2019. And want to talk about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, of course. And here is an original mask that has been modified somewhat over the years to have a little, you can see it, pentagram on the forehead, and actually, if you can't see, over the entire face. Something I did, I don't know why, back in high school. Probably to make it a little different. But yeah, I love this movie. You'll hear me say that over and over again. And because I only like to talk about movies I love. I mean, I don't want to talk about movies I don't like. Why would I waste my time doing that? Whatever. Uh, let's just get off right away with just a little plot of this movie. And it's a doctor has a patient come in with, oddly enough, this mask. And saying that they're all going to kill us. They sedate him, put him under, and somebody comes and murders him in the hospital and then kills themselves. It's a very intriguing start. And then we find out that there's a whole conspiracy with, once again, this mask. Not that exactly, two more, a witch and a skull, to sell to kids on Halloween and have them watch advertising that will eventually end up killing them. This is a crazy idea for a sequel. I mean, the whole idea is, I'm sure you guys all know this, that they wanted to do different stories for every year. I'm one of the guys who wishes 100% they did this. I love Michael Myers. He's a great character, but I feel he just gets weaker and weaker after two, basically. So, they should have just went with this route. We could have had peaks of Michael. I think it would have been great, like, maybe Dr. Atkins is, like, combing through the news, and then they do like, oh, escape lunatic Michael Myers. We could have had Michael be like Sam from Trick or Treat, basically. He could have popped in and maybe even interfered a bit. But let's get off that and let's talk about the movie here, or the cast at least. It stars Tom Atkins, Tom Atkins, and he's awesome in this movie. He's great. Of course, we know mostly from Night of the Creeps. This is a couple years before that. But he plays a doctor that's pretty much alcoholic. He tries to do good by his family, but his work interferes in the way, and his wife just drives him out the wall. He ends up going with the victim's daughter, which is named Stancy Klein. Yeah, Klein. Oh, Nilkin. Sorry, the lights in my Nilkin, Stancy Nilkin, and they take off to Santa Mira, California. This takes place in California, and what happens is they run into Dan O'Harley, who is I mean, I love Tom Atkins' movie, but this guy steals the fucking show, man. Like, when he's in it, you're just like, okay, I just want to focus on this guy now because I love this guy. He's just insane. He is a master toy maker and jokester, actually. And he has decided to play a joke on the kids by killing them. I like his character a lot. He's definitely sinister and joking and very charismatic and engaging. I mean, there's a scene where he catches Tom Atkins in his factory, and Atkins actually destroys a like 230-year-old, like work of art, pretty much. I mean, it's a toy, but it was a work of art. And then he's just like, oh, this is horrible. And, oh, hey, doctor, how you doing? It's just like, it's so like, whoa, this guy is fucking crazy.
This was a rare piece. German. Made in Munich, 1785. I must try to get a replacement. Ah, Mr. Chalice.
Then he, of course, James Bond villain, tell him everything. Really to torture him because he's so confident he's going to get away with this. He's like, oh yeah, this is happening no matter what. Like, it's too late now, man. You only have a day. Ain't no way.
An ancient sacrificial circle. Stonehenge. We had a time getting it here. You wouldn't believe how we did it.
And of course, that leads to a great conclusion. I don't want to spoil it for you. I know the movie's older than I am. And the end is a great homage to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That kind of gives it away a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, I just like this movie a lot. I think it's even still like it's got an audience that's way bigger than it was. People hated this movie because Michael wasn't in it. When I first saw it, I was confused that Michael wasn't in it, but I still liked it. So I'm surprised that there's people that hated it just because strictly Michael's not in it. To me, that's a little like. Also, have to mention in the cast real quick, Jonathan Terry, who plays a hobo basically, but I like him because he's the Colonel in Return of the Living Dead. What do you know? The Return of the Living Dead, and he's got that great line as, "I had them for lunch." It's I mean he's really good. Those Easter eggs have been found. It's just like, unfortunately, the Easter eggs have hatched. Okay, let's not talk about Return of the Living Dead. This is just a great movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Give it a chance. It's really great. Like I said, I've been a fan for a while. This was my brother's mask, actually. He had this for a long time. And I'm fairly confident it's got to be from the 80s because it's had its damage even back when we were wearing it in the 90s. And of course, it's way more damage. And, you know, Halloween 3 wasn't that popular, so I don't see them making reproduction masks, you know, of that. Maybe, but I doubt it. And that's pretty much all I have to say for Halloween 3. It's a great movie. Check it out. But here's another thing I really want to talk about just real fast is me and my girlfriend, or fiance now, have been kind of combing through them, and I found these old horror magazines. Yeah, look at this. I mean, Do You Dare Enter the House of Mystery? I mean, there's their narrator, the stories. A little bit of old advertising. Look at that artwork. Says copyright 1974. So this is from 1974. Really cool. I read this through. The Man Who Died Twice. I mean, look at that artwork. It's so great. This to me is definitely a missing part of like culture now, is comic books, especially just random ones. Not Batman, Superman, you know, like, of course, they're great. Marvel, everything. But just these other comics, you know, these horror comics, the comedy comics. It's too bad that kids don't get to read these that much. They're kind of stuck with the movies. These are so much fun. I used to read these all the time when I was a kid. Believe it or not, they were still popular even to the mid-90s, I would say. Then after that, they didn't become as popular. Look at that, just a silly comic strips. Advertising. Any 15 records for $197. My God, that's a steal. Or any 11 tapes for $197. See, we got a Mac Davis, Superfly the soundtrack by Curtis Mayfield. I'm already sold. Loretta Lynn, Tom Jones, Chicago, Santana. My God, that's a good deal. Master of the Unknown. Yeah, see, that's DC, of course. Then we'll go to maybe more of an unknown one. Haunted. I mean, like I said, Brother Satan Rides Tonight. I mean, they have some great titles as well as artwork as well. Look at that. It's like something you would see on an album cover from the 80s. Look at that. DC, once again. 100 pages for only 60 cents. Unexpected. So, as you might imagine, these are stories that have unexpected outcomes. And look at the drawing and girls. It's definitely 70s. You can see that influence all the way. Oh, pages. And look at that. Oh, wow. Walt Disney's Haunted Mansion. That is sick. Play it again, Sam. That's hilarious. I mean, that's just cool. Escape from the Crypt. I mean, those are just little figurines. I imagine that those would have been worth some money today. Yeah, just, how cool is this, huh? The Mystery of the Sorcerer Squad. I mean, that's cool. That's some, like, X-Men shit, basically. Oh, another one. Unexpected. Look at that. Guy wearing a man's face. Monster. Oh, female host this time, it looks like. Yeah. This one's okay. This is a little bit more suspense-driven than horror-driven. Weird mystery. This one is good. I like this one. This is The Widow of Dr. Kaigoi. Yeah, this is just something I just wanted to feel like showing you guys. A little bit something cool to look at real fast. Just to kill some time. Weird mysteries again. Weird mysterious tales. Look at that artwork. Once again. Just beautiful. To sleep, purchase to die. I mean, great titles, great titles. And what do you know? DC right there. And of course, old advertising is just awesome in here. Look at that.